This priest's name is Father Michael, and he is known for exorcising Satan from people in the city. Until now, there is no devil above Father Michael's prayer. They can cast all the devil out of a person. But one day they get a phone call from a faraway church, and they are told to save a woman who is possessed by the spirit of Satan. When Father Michael heard what the devil was doing to the woman, Father Michael said that he would not come to save the woman. Their reason is that Father Michael knows very well about Satan who possessed this woman. Father Peter, who did not know about this satanic behavior, goes to the woman. This devil, who has captured the woman, deceives all the priests who come with him with his body, making them make love in bed with him and make them commit sins. Father Michael refused to go because he knew this satanic bad behavior. But the novice priest, Father Peter, did not know this devil's behavior and went inside. At first everything was great. Father Peter was praying in order, but after some minutes, the woman possessed by Satan took off her clothes and began to playing with herself. But what Father Peter did with the woman after that makes one wonder if Father Peter is really a priest. Hello, my dear family. Peace be with you. Today I have brought you the most popular movie called The Exorcism of God, which was released in 2021. My family, please help us by liking the video. Without wasting time, let's go to the movie. The movie begins with a priest named Father Peter going to a woman named Sister Magali, who is possessed by the devil. This woman is possessed by a spirit called Balban. This spirit called Balban turns the women into ugly, but after that, anyone who comes to them makes them fall in love and make love with them. Father Peter is confused about the woman, so he calls a famous priest called Father Michael. They say they will not come after knowing that the devil is called Balbal. The reason they gave for this is that they have to pray a lot to defeat the devil and they need a long time for that. Peter believes he can face the demon on his own, so he enters Magali's room. Before he begins the exorcism, he sets up a camera to record it. His determined prayers don't seem to work against Balban, as the demon still pushes Magali off the bed. Peter's holy water doesn't work on the devil, no matter how many times he tries to get rid of it. Soon, Magali, who is possessed, starts touching herself. After some time, it seems like Balban has left her body, but then Magali slowly begins to faint. As Peter moves closer to her, she holds his hand and invites him to touch her while they kiss. As Peter gives in to what he wants, Balban gains control over him instead. 18 years later, Peter is still a priest in Mexico. He helps on the farm and looks after the kids at the orphanage. Suddenly, he is called to visit the sick child of a local person named Felipe. In the hospital, Peter sees a nun and begins to think of Magali when he looks at her. It's just Sister Camilla, one of the sisters at the orphanage. Camilla takes care of Felipe and tells Peter that they lost one of their kids to the sickness. While Peter is at the chapel, the doctor, Nelson, stops by to talk to him. They've lost 4 children in a week because of the illness, and it seems like a punishment from God for Peter. Even though Peter helps the community, he still feels guilty about what happened during Magali's exorcism. He plans to do his punishment by telling the bishop about his wrongdoing. Peter wants to make peace with his past, so he goes to see Monsignor Balducci to confess. He was going to show the video of the bad act to the bishop, but when he learns that his exorcism of Balban got to the Vatican, he changes his mind. Balducci keeps praising him for his amazing work, comparing him to a saint and telling Peter that God is with him. Also, the bishop shares some good news with him. The bishop tells him that they are giving him support for the hospital. Because of this, Peter decides not to say he was wrong anymore. When Peter returns to the hospital with a lot of supplies, everyone applauds him. That night, Peter watches the video of his mistake again, hoping and asking God to forgive him. Out of the blue, he gets a call from Uriah, a guard at the prison. A sick prisoner was asking for Peter. That day, he visits the prisoner named Esperanza. They quickly inform Peter that Esperanza is very dangerous and has already killed a guard. When they arrive at her cell, Peter sees that Esperanza isn't sick. She is taken over by the demon Balban. Tired of the demon's teasing, Peter leaves the cell. Later, the warden asks Peter to help get rid of the bad spirits from Esperanza. After his first exorcism went badly, Peter promised himself that he wouldn't do it again. But he begins to change his mind when Magali arrives and tells him to do it for his daughter. It turns out that Esperanza is the child that Peter had due to his mistake. As they talk, Magali talks about how upset she is about what Peter did to her. The priest tells her that it wasn't him who made her pregnant. It was Balbin who took control of him. Magali ignores this and tells Peter to kick Balbin out of Esperanza so he can fix his mistakes. The next day, Peter realizes he has to face Balbin again. So, he asks Balducci for permission to perform the exorcism. The bishop quickly agrees to let him do it. This time, he asks Michael to come. When Michael gets there, the two talk. That night, Peter thinks back on what happened. He was telling the truth that Balbin made him get Magali pregnant. But he was able to get rid of Balbin by shouting for God. When Magali's family came into the room, Peter had already cleaned everything up, and they started thanking him as if he were a hero. Because of his memories, he chooses to burn the tape from that night. The next day, the two priests come to Esperanza's room with Nelson. The demon quickly begins to mock Peter, saying that the dead children will go to hell. On the other hand, some of the other prisoners begin to act strangely, and they start to harm themselves. They are able to calm the demon in the cell for a bit using a prayer. But Balbin escapes and bites Michael's ear. As Michael is knocked down by the girl who has taken over, Nelson approaches to calm Esperanza's body with medicine, which works to stop Balbin for a little while. After that, the priests speak with the wardens, hoping to have the place to themselves for the exorcism. Even though they want to stop more damage, the two priests are getting ready to perform an exorcism. The door shuts hard behind them. Suddenly, inmates who are possessed show up from behind, and Michael quickly tries to get rid of them. They ran away from the attacking demons and locked themselves in the prison kitchen. There, Michael gives in to his injuries and dies, but before he passes away, he tells Peter some final words. Don't make a deal with the devil. The demons get past the barrier, so Peter has to escape and leave his friend. Peter understands what he has to do, so he makes a video admitting his mistakes with Magali and tells how he got possessed. Later, he sends the video to the bishop, hoping to finish his punishment so he can fight Balbin. But he still manages to find the courage to resist them all. Unfortunately, a demon appears behind him and knocks him out. When he wakes up, he finds himself stuck in a chair with Balbin and his helpers in front of him. On the other hand, Camilla notices that the sick kids suddenly start having seizures and are foaming at the mouth. She tries to escape, but the door is locked, so she can't get out. She feels stuck inside with the possessed Virgin Mary, who quickly takes control of the situation. Even though they all attack him at the same time, Peter stands firm and uses the strength of Christ to fight Balbin for control. In a moment of desperation, Balbin tries to take control of Peter while choking him. At the same time, Camilla is standing strong against the demon while she says a prayer. Soon, Peter succeeds in getting Balbin out of Esperanza's body, but not before Balbin pulls one last trick. The demon with Camilla begins to hurt all the kids in the hospital. Balbin tells Peter that if he gets kicked out, the kids will go to hell too. So Balbin gives him a choice: save the kids or save Esperanza. Balbin offers him another choice: get rid of God inside him, and then everyone will be safe. Father Peter agrees and successfully strikes a deal with the devil. Suddenly, the haunted statue disappears, and Camilla sees that all the children are safe and healthy. Then, Peter takes Esperanza outside, where Magali welcomes them. They are finally safe together because Peter got rid of Balbin. When things settle down again, Peter returns to giving speeches at the church. Everyone cheers for him. The movie ends here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.